Hey guys, and welcome back to another auto body tech video. Today we have this 2024 Kia Carnival that will be sectioning the quarter panel skin, replacing the rear sliding door and the front door. Let's take a closer look at the damage. I'm going to go ahead and get the wheel stand on so I have much better access to work. Before I remove the quarter panel skin, I'm going to repair the wheelhouse edge. Now that the edge is back in spec, I'll use a wire wheel to remove the seam sealer to expose the spot welds that will need to be removed. I'll be removing all the spot welds holding the quarter panel skin on with a 3M belt sander with 50 grit. Time to change the belt. There's a locking pin here. Once you push down on the shaft, it locks it in place so that you can replace the belt. After replacing it, all you gotta do is release the lock and it snaps in, and you're good to go. The wheel arch is glued and folded over like a door skin. What I'll do to remove it is grind down the very edge until I see it split. I'll continue to do this along the whole edge. Once it's split, I'll separate it with a hammer and chisel and some heat.
Left.
Now to make my cuts in the 3 sectioning locations. I'll cut the new panel a little past the sectioning locations. Then I'll test fit the new panels and all the parts. This is the sliding door track. Test fitting sliding doors are a bit of a headache. There are a lot of components that need to be installed and adjusted to get this working and fitting properly. It's also a little tricky hanging it as well. I've connected power to the door so that I could test fit the auto close. Now that all the parts are fitting nicely and I know this is where I want the quarter panel sitting, I'll drill some holes and use screws to hold it in place. Then I'll remove the door and make my final cuts. The manufacturer wants the sections on specific locations, so I'll measure and cut. Because the skin is overlapping the old one, I'll cut through both layers at the cut locations. This way I'll have a perfect butt weld gap the size of my saw blade. Now to prep the panel for welding. There are some areas the spot welder can't reach, so I'll drill holes for plug welding. I'll apply a coat of weld-through primer to the areas that don't require any adhesive. The other areas that are still bare metal will receive a structural adhesive and still be spot welded. Here I'm applying the structural adhesive. Once applied, I'll spread it evenly, covering all the bare metal. I'll do this to both the car and new panel. Once the adhesive is applied, I have 90 minutes to get it on and welded. Then 24 hours to cure at room temp. Before installing the panel, I'll have to reapply some anti-flutter. Now to install the new panel. Once all the screws are back in, the panel should be exactly where it was when it was test fitted. This quarter panel has a hemmed edge here. I'll start folding it over with a hockey puck and doorskin hammer. Then finish it off with a pneumatic hemming tool. This tool is amazing and a lifesaver. If you don't already have one, please do yourself a favor and get one. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Before spot welding, I like to tack weld all my section butt joints first. Now I'll spot weld using the ProSpot PHS 101. This thing makes quick work. You just gotta turn it on, connect the air, and it's ready to go. I'll go around and do all the spot welds before going back to finish up with the butt joints and plug welds. I'll grind down the butt joints flush using a cutoff tool with a thick grinding disc, then finishing it off with a coat of metal glaze. All done with the grinding, let's get some mud on there. I'll block and hand sand the putty, finishing it in 220 grit. Just got it back from paint, let's get it back together. But before I reassemble it, let's get it undercoated. I'll be using 3M's cavity wax and a 360 wand attachment. All finished with this one, let's have a quick look, then we'll get it out of here. If you like this video, check out my YouTube channel where you can find all sorts of auto body videos just like this. And don't forget to subscribe.